Hello, in this video I would like to discuss the version 3 textiles dataset. To start with, if we're going into a new estimate, we can just click on textiles. First thing we come to is to add the garments that we're going to be placing into this order. So if I add garment, we're selecting a category of garments, and then you can search on mill number if you'd like, color, size, brand, or a combination of the two. And you can just type in whichever, 49 will bring up all the 49s. And we'll just say whites. So there's the 4980 whites. At this point I can go in and add in the quantities that they're ordering. And hit add to order. Now what you'll notice is it's adding them to batch 1. You can define different garments into different batches for either different teams or different production methods. If we get into, we'll go into batch 2 and say they're going to need a couple in batch 2 as well. The summary on the right is just going to update it with the total of each size as well as their average cost, and that's by batch. Once we have the garments that they're going to order, now we're going to move into the processes. So if we're going to screen print this, and go into the screen printing, first thing is the item. This item is defined. This is where the tables are driven, if it's table driven pricing, off of this item. And they may have different types of tables for different types of printing based off of hats or wholesale, etc. Then the location, the first location, we'll just say we're going to do a full front. However, maybe this full front is not being added to both batches. And notice batches 1 and 2. We'll just say just batch 1 is getting a full front. And I can define an image name or colors, and I can also jump in and define these colors. Now we're also going to put in a front chest, or front right chest, and that one will only be on batch 2. However, both of them are getting a full back. So in this scenario, what we have is both batch 1 and 2 are getting the same badge, except one is getting a full front and one is getting a front chest. Again, we can then go define the colors. And you can just type in any color or add in to these tables. Now we have a split image. It has 2 images on each. It'll be 3 total images. This screen print product, if I go into the expanded form, you'll see it's the item. It's bringing in the press, any press options, as well as it has brought in the screens. It knows we're creating the standard screen printed on vellum. It's also pulling in the charges for those screens. Now we could also go in and say these are getting embroidery. So if we were going to say none of them are getting this full back, okay, so now we're just putting front full front or front chest, and we're going to add an embroidery. In this embroidery, we can then, you say, the back upper, you're going to embroider the backs. Again, your custom embroidery type item will define the pricing that's going to occur. We have our batches, or we're going to put this on both batches. The image type, we could say it's text, or it's a stock image, or it's a custom image. We'll just say it's going to be text. And we'll just put in the text that's going to be defined and the size of that text. The colors, again, these could be anything. So now what we've done is we've added in an embroidery to the upper back of these t-shirts, and then the screen printing on the fronts. There are other functions as far as the transfer and applique. Transfer is the creation of the transfer, meaning you're going to cut it out of vinyl, you're going to die cut, you're going to die sub that transfer. Based off of that function, it will control the production, meaning it's a cut vinyl transfer, so it's going to be plotted at a cut vinyl. Compared to if I was saying that it's die sub transfer, then it's generally going to be printed on a particular type of transfer paper and a location that it's going to be added. The applique is the function of actually adding something to the garment as far as the press. So when I've added this transfer, if we go into the large transfer, you'll notice it's automatically added the in-house applique based off the die sub transfer. And it's also in-house transfer. It knows that because we've created that transfer. This really is just for the production of the press. If I was going to purchase a transfer, I would just directly go into applique because there's nothing I need to create. Say it's a custom sewn, sourced applique, etc. Your location, what kind of applique. Again, it could be a stock image, custom, stock fonts, the applique, height, width, and a cost if you have to purchase that applique. And then this would be for the production. That concludes our short video on the textile product within the version 3 data set. This is for internal use.